Hello everyone and welcome to EHR Enthusiast. Here's what's coming up. We talk about the new BZL'S for the single deck and double deck variants and what they bring to London, as they are a new bus feature. Also ahead, we look at the new GB KITES and take a deep dive and explore it as well. And finally, complaints from passengers on the Elizabeth line and its inconvenience. We discuss what the public's thoughts and opinions are on this as well. Welcome to the program, everyone. I'm EHR Enthusiast in London, and tonight we talk about new buses and route transfers as well. But first, we take a deep dive into the Volvo BZL'S, which are a new addition to London's variety of buses, and we're going to talk about it right now. So, the Volvo BZL'S are electrics, and these are the full-size zero-emission chassis for both the single deck and double deck buses. These were manufactured by Volvo since 2021. The BZL electric range was launched in September 2021, with the first right-hand drive examples being built as demonstrators for the UK and Ireland market, with the double-decker and single-decker bodied by MCV for buses and coaches. Metroline have received the double-deck demonstrators built to Transport for London specification, which it plans to evaluate alongside the other battery electric buses. The routes to receive the buses were the route 251 on the 8th of January 2024. And along with this, the BZLs feature in varying lengths. For the single deckers, there are 9.7 meter ones, which there's 8 of them, 10.4 meters, where there's 31 of them, and for the 10.8 there is 32 of them. And now for the double deck version, which features 41, where in total we will see 121 across the single and double deck combined. The current routes which operate on the BZLs for the single decks are the 251, which runs from Edgware Station down to Arnold's Grove with Metroline, which was received on the 8th of January in 2024, and the 384, which goes from Edgware Station as well down to Cockfoster Station, operated by Metroline as well, which this was received on the 12th of January in 2024. Now, on top of all of this as well, there are still some routes which are yet to receive the BZLs, and these will come in quick motion this year. From the 8th April 2024, we can see the 187, which goes from Central Middlesex Hospital, running all the way down to Finchley Road Centre, which is operated by Metroline, received this in April 2024, and the 228 as well, which will receive it in June 2024. Along with that, the 276 and the 314, operated by Stagecoach respectively, are receiving the BZLs. 276 running between Newham Station and Stoke Newington, and 314 from New Addington down to Eltham, which will receive that in 2025. But the 276, my apologies, will receive it in 2024. And finally, the final routes to receive the single decks are the 316 and the 417, which will come in April and June 2024 respectively. And for the double-decker versions, we'll see the 43, the 58, 151, 277, D7 and the N277 receive the double-deck versions of the BZLs around now to the summer of 2024. And now for the GB KITES, The right GB KITES will be a low-floor electric single-decker manufactured by Wright Bus in Northern Ireland. The first operator of the bus type will be Transport UK London Bus Group, also formerly known as Abellio London, with 24 of the Electroliner types on order numbered from 1701 to 24. This bus is a variant of the Electroliner EV and the Hydroliner FC EV as well. The routes that are set to receive the GB KITES go as followed. The 255, which runs from Barlam to Pollard's Hill with Arriva London, which will get it in the 24th of August 2024. E6 and E7, operated by Transport UK Group, formerly known as Abellio London, from 2024 of May. And the R70, which will get it in on the 22nd of June 2024. With that being said, now to an unexpected twist. The Route 9 has been called London's oldest existing bus route, which goes as far back to 1856. It was introduced on the 1st of November 1908 when a previously unnumbered London General Omni City Company route, formerly Roadcar Route L, operating daily between Shoreditch Church and Hammersmith, with a Sunday extension to Kew Green via Kew Bridge, commenced operation from the 10th of December 1908. It was withdrawn later on between Turnham Green and Turnham Green Church, Shoreditch, and was extended towards Leighton, with a Monday to Saturday extension to Leighton via Hackney Road, Marsh Street, Clapham and Lee Bridge Road, and was further extended to Snaresbrook via Whipps Cross and Snaresbrook Road on the 10th of June 1909. The route will now be has been passed since this video is coming out a bit later than expected. It's now operating under Metroline, operating from the Brentford garage in West London using their existing using their route masters from the 27th of January 2024. So as you know, this has already commenced. This video was meant to come out before this happened, but it is now under the guidance of Metroline using their LTs. And now, the Elizabeth line. Passengers have complained about the service and how commuters are struggling to travel due to the line's inconvenience at many times. Commuters have suffered a miserable morning rush hour on Monday as a broken train had caused disruptions to London's busiest British rail service. TfL initially said that there was going to be no service between Abbey Wood to Paddington because of a faulty train at Farringdon, although trains were running in the early afternoon, but with severe delays. One train was reportedly stuck in a tunnel for an hour with commuters bound for Paddington complaining their train only made it to Liverpool Street before terminating. One passenger called Charlie Tottenham wrote on social media on X saying, "Every bloody day there's a problem on the Elizabeth line. It's beyond a joke at this point." Another commuter called Susan Taylor also said on X, "Is there ever going to be a day, let alone a week, where the Elizabeth line actually runs a normal service without line failures, broken trains, and not consistently poor?" And a third user called My London wrote that one train had been stuck in the tunnel for an hour, and it's time to shove out Sadiq Khan and replace him with someone competent. That's what the person wrote. The service was back up and running by 3 p.m. later on that day, and Howard Smith, the director of Elizabeth Line, said, "We apologise to customers who were delayed by the Elizabeth Line this morning due to a significant train fault at Farringdon stations. All trains were gradually brought up into station platforms, and I'll look to thank customers for their patience while we removed the faulty train. It comes after Mayor Sadiq Khan had apologised for high level of disruptions on the service. Speaking in October, he said it was not good enough and commuters were not getting a first-class service. In December, the head of the Network Rail apologised for the industry letting down thousands upon thousands of passengers who were trapped on trains in West London, as he revealed he was on board one of those stricken services. Andrew Haynes said the incident that followed damage to overhead electric cables that sparked chaos across the network was not one of our finest moments, and the rail system had failed while admitting we have gone backward on customer service. Figures have also shown that last summer, 1 in 6 trains were either delayed or cancelled on the Elizabeth line and across all other railway networks. Data from the Office for Rail and Road, ORR, shows that in the 4 weeks to August 19th last year, the Elizabeth line had the most cancelled of any rail services in the country, standing at 9.1%. And here we have footage of what really took place from that incident.
That's crazy.
That's so crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh my days. I've never ever had this.
I never have this as well. That's crazy. I have a baby. I have a flight to catch.
This is what it's been like on some days for commuters in West London that use the new Elizabeth line. For the past few weeks, they've been recording their experiences.
Should I have got on a bus and got the Central line? I mean, am I an idiot to think the Elizabeth line's not going to actually turn up? So much for all that Crossrail money.
They say overcrowding, delays and cancellations are a regular occurrence.
I was expecting it to be a reliant, efficient kind of service that I'd be able to, get on the train, no problems. That's not what it is in reality. In reality, it's a very stressful experience most of the time.
So when it does work, it's perfect. When it doesn't, it's nightmare. My partner gets it. He's always complaining about it, and I know that neighbours are complaining about the crowds and not getting on and all that sort of thing.
If we could get on it, it's great, but I would say more than half the time, not predictable, not reliable, too full, too busy, too stressful. Get the bus, drive instead. I don't know, what's the option?
The Elizabeth line opened last summer, over budget and years late, but it has been mainly well received by most travellers. In the West, though, commuters say it can quickly fill up with passengers from Heathrow and their luggage, and they say it's unreliable. The Elizabeth line is designed to deal with 200 million passengers every year, and it's also designed to be future-proof so that it can deal with a growing population. At the moment, it's not actually yet finished. It won't be finished until May 2023, and then there will be a train every 3 minutes. Although in Ealing there'll just be 6 trains an hour.
The service is getting more reliable week by week. Since Christmas, we've had some of our best performance ever on the line. So after a difficult period after launch, we're confident that we've got a good, reliable service going forward, more capacity for May and faster journeys as well.
Here they hope the reliability of the brand new line is resolved quickly. At the moment, they say, it isn't what they were promised. Tom Edwards, BBC London.
Footage there from The Guardian showing how hard and what a struggle it was for many passengers who had to suffer travelling and were really struck hard by the cancellations and disruptions of the Elizabeth line there. And that is it for our program for tonight. And if you ever miss our show, remember you can always find us across all our social media platforms on YouTube, Twitter, and on Flickr. Thanks for watching, and goodbye from London.